First of all, did Noel ever retire? She may have quit working, but I don't think she's ever retired.
I'd go out of my mind if I sat home every day, all day long. So that, no, don't slow down if I can help it. When I first retired 20 years ago, I said the first place I want to go and volunteer is the Philharmonic. And I did. And I was just a mail stuffer in those days. And then I got involved in various activities with the Philharmonic. I was on the board of directors. I've been on almost every committee the Philharmonic has.
For the Erie Phil, one of the key things that she's done for us over the years is she's been the driving force and the life behind the Junior Phil. It's been her love, and they've loved her. We at the Phil have been so proud of having her as part of our organization and all that she's done, and all that she's done for the Junior Phil and all the kids. And it's one of the reasons that at this last annual meeting, when her position on the Board of Governors came up for renomination, we knew it was time to nominate her to a permanent Director Emeritus status on the board, because we don't want to ever lose her.
The public dollars we have for public schools are just not enough anymore, and there is a model for private dollars, and so a private foundation to support the public schools was not something happening in Erie, but it was happening in other places. So I approached the superintendent. He was very excited about it. We got started on that path. We started putting together a committed board of directors, and Noel was the first person we called to serve on that board as we started our first year.
Daria Devlin called me, and so I met with her, and I said, yeah, it's something I would be interested in.
So we had our first board meeting for the partnership, and through the meeting it quickly became apparent that Noel had the most knowledge of running nonprofit board meetings. She knew the structure, she knew how to make things happen quickly, and so it was really clear to us that she should be president of the board, and we voted on that, and that was unanimous.
The purpose of the organization is to raise money for things that the school district can't afford to do. For example, we had $7,000 that several people had donated, and so we told all the teachers, we want you to come up with a grant that would spend about $1,500 and be completed by June of last year. And they did some wonderful projects, but this paid for like the materials for the projects. That is the purpose of the Partnership for Erie Public Schools, to help make alumni active in working with the public schools and to raise money for things like that. Gannondale, I was on the board for 12 years. And I was chairman of the board for 2 years. Now, my time is up there, but they asked me to stay on as an ad hoc member. Gannondale takes troubled girls and gives them a home-like environment, teaches them how to be citizens, and they live at Gannondale until the court says they can go back home. I feel that we're doing something good there.
Any event we've ever had here, Noel's been a part of, whether it was, fundraisers and she'd be working the Chinese auction and working the crowd and just doing those things that Noel does.
Erie Dawn is an organization that helps women find homes, help them manage their budget, help them transition from homelessness to being homeowners. I was on the board for 6 years. I was vice president of the board for 2 years. United Way gets a certain amount of money, or has a certain amount of money per year that they can give out to their organizations. The allocation committee goes around and visits, not all the organizations, each one of us gets like 2 or 3. We look at various what they do, then we come back and meet, and how much money should we give them? I've been on for 20 years. To me, I get much more than I give. I have met some of the most wonderful people in the world. I have been involved in some of the most wonderful activities in the world. This gives me an outreach, and I love it.